Welcome back to another episode of Baxter's Buzz. I am Baxter E. Hall. Welcome to my brain, my frequency, and enter at your own risk. Again, I just want to say I appreciate all of the support. If it's something that you find interesting, that you like, please share, like, and all that good stuff. Don't be stingy. Don't keep it to yourself because that's not the way we're going to grow the audience. I want to first of all say today is the first day of Black History Month, which is American history. So salute to all of the Americans, Black Americans specifically, that have contributed to this wonderful country since day one. Today, I want to talk about a book that I've mentioned before that I think I'll continue to mention just because it's so important. There's so many layers to it. It's called Relational Intelligence, and it's written by Reverend Dharius Daniels. He talks about basically being able to discern the level of a relationship and sort of um, adjusting your expectations based on it, right? So there's a part in the book where he talks about um, associates, assignments, and advisors. Today, I'm going to talk about the associates piece because I think it's important, especially when we get to the top of the year. Many times, people are trying to remove things from their life, bad habits. Sometimes it's people, right? Sometimes it's they feel like there are people that are holding them back. They're trying to sort of uh, cut cut the fat, right? Trim the fat, prune the tree, and try to become better because of it. And I would argue that although there are many instances where that is true, there are other times where they just need to adjust their expectations and have a better understanding of what that relationship actually means. So uh, today I'm going to talk about the associates piece of that. And it's like you ever worked with someone and you guys saw each other every day, man, you thought that, regardless of what happens here, this is my buddy. This is a good friend of mine, right? And then one of you guys leave, and then next thing you know, you guys don't talk anymore. And it's like, dang, man, I really thought that this was, a good friend of mine, right? That was an associate, right? Sometimes it's hard to discern the differences. A couple of things that Dr. Darius talks about is sort of people in those, they call them like those tweener relationships. So they kind of feel like friends, but here's a couple of ways that maybe they don't appear to be friends if you really kind of dig deep. Um, he says that a person should be assigned to the associate category when there hasn't been enough time, interest, or desire to develop the kind of connection required for friendship. It's a relationship where a person doesn't prefer to, for whatever reason, engage any deeper than the surface. Maybe there is a lack of chemistry or few mutual interests. Maybe there are character inconsistencies that make you feel unsafe around them. So we may have this common thread, and maybe a huge thread because it maybe it's work related, and we're working. My cube is here, your cube's here. We're working closely every day, and we seem to have a lot of things in common because for 8, 9 hours, 10 hours a day, we may be dealing with some of the same sort of issues, but maybe that's where it stays. Um, the thing that I've learned most about this book as I'm reading it again is that it's not about uh, dismissing people. Sometimes we want to just dismiss people and remove them from our lives, but maybe we just need to adjust our expectations and put a better um, label on what the relationship actually is. We'll get into the other ones in the coming days, but many times it's just an associate and it's not a friend. And so friends are going to respond to things differently. You have different expectations of friends. And as we try to evaluate the people in our lives and sort of what role they play, we need to try to identify the roles that we play in other people's lives, right? Because it's a two-way street. Maybe we aren't providing the value that we think. So these are just things to think about. And sometimes it's tough to refer to someone as an associate, but I would say that it's better to refer to them as an associate and keep them in your life because they do add value, than to have these dramatic expectations. And now you guys have fallen out because you aren't on the same page. So, the book is called Relational Intelligence. Dharius Daniels, Reverend Dharius Daniels, is the author, and there's just so much to unpack. So I hope that you find this interesting. I will be back soon to talk about other pieces of the book, and yeah, please let me know what you guys think.